I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Let's go. 60-yard.
On first down, Sewell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards on the game's opening play. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 102 yards.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be second down. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
And congratulations on their win last week, but they didn't get a whole lot of time to celebrate it on Sunday. They were right back to work on Monday, but you have to do things differently when you prepare for a Thursday night game. Because normally you'll take some time off. Here you get right back to work on the game plan mentally, and probably not put any pads on until you play again Thursday night. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Set 18 Gator.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They run for it with Breida. And some space here. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. All they needed was a yard there for the fourth down conversion, but they got to that second level, got a whole lot more than that.
And how many times have we seen this on fourth down? Defense stacks up near the line of scrimmage. If you pop there, you can go a long way, and that's exactly what we just saw.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw. Sewell. And Graham's got it. Complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Flushed out right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have... Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They were held out last time. Here now is third and goal from the 1. Operating from the gun. Sewell. Hard throw, incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on fourth down. Looking to throw. Sewell. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Watch the screen. Pass. He's coming.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sewell, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Looking to throw. Sewell. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an interval.
And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that. Again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. James throwing again. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I think the key to that play was them understanding and knowing that once the ball was out, they were still eligible to pick it up and carry it.
Yeah, there was some standing and some staring on the wrong side of the football there, wasn't there?
Yes, he has a name, he has a number, but for us, he's Johnny on the spot. And how about that rambling run all the way to the end zone with that alert play that he just made?
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on first down. Sewell. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. On second down now. McKay, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Sewell. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Sewell. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Going to give this time to the tailback. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Sewell. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. James now. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. Cook stripped, the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
To throw is James. Looking to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. James. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
30 base. Number 53, Mike 53.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Sewell. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well, and a 1st down.
Ready, break.
53, Mike. Oh, here we go.
From the gun, Sewell. The quick slant caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort, so maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Here we go. 8 read.
Let's go.
To throw on second down, Sewell. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Look. Squeeze. Ready.
On third down, Sewell. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now James to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Now we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. You take it right on the 30. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play. Really, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's James. Throwing to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, it's Cook. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, Sewell. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On first down, here's Breida. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sewell. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. A'Shawn Robinson. Too much to handle that time. Gets the sack.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Looking to throw. Sewell. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Back to throw. Sewell. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Looking to throw. Sewell. And that is incomplete here. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Sewell. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
10-2 stop. Let's make these babies proud. Go.
On first down, Sewell. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. 2nd and 14. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Back to throw. James. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. James on 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one goes for 30 yards. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
Looking to throw. James. That'll be complete to Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They'll run with Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are able to cut into that lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way now. It's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs.
And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. 2nd and 15. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. James now. Off play action. Looking deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
That's the way. Get it. Go.
To throw is James. Going to throw again. That's going to be caught by Kirk. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now James throwing on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
To throw again, Sewell. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. 2nd and 3. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw. Sewell. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
25 yards that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Looking to throw. James. The 30. 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. That one looks like he'll throw here, and that'll be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Back to throw. Sewell. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Looking to throw. Sewell. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble. It got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kiki QT. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And the 49er hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Throwing on first down. Sewell. That'll be complete to Breida. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sewell, and across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. Looking to throw. James got an open man. It's QT. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to make the sack on what will be the final act.